Do you remember in the fairy tale how the wicked witch's spell changed the handsome prince to a toad? Through the power of her potion, she handed him a notion he was lower than the dirt in the road. And though she left him green and warted, her evil plan was thwarted when perchance to happen by a young miss. When, in spite of his complexion, offered her affection and broke the wicked curse with her kiss. Well, if you've never been a frog kissing, then you don't know what you've been missing. There's a world of opportunity under each and every log.
So this is usually how we start, right?
We're contemplating how to actually start.
Yeah, we think about how we start, and then I say, okay, Julia, you do it, and then you do it.
First I gripe about it, and then I do it.
Yeah.
Through the griping.
Yeah, okay. But then you do it, okay, that's fine.
Alright. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tough Pigs. Tough Pigs.
What about The Simpsons? What is
I don't
or the Flintstones.
I have no idea. That's the best I can do right now.
Tough Pigs.
Oh wait, no, I called us Tough Pigs. Oh my god. No,
Tough Pigs. We're not Tough Pigs. That's like the third time we've done it. We should just call this the Tough Pigs podcast.
No.
Throw away our original branding.
No,
Sorry, Dave Holteen, your art's not needed anymore.
Shut up. No, we're the frog kissing gals.
I don't know if I like the gals part.
That's like our Twitter handle, I think. But that was my doing, so okay.
I know, that was you.
Hey guys, welcome to Frog Kissing.
Hi guys and gals.
Hello. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been as long as some other times.
It's true. It's been since February though, so it's been a couple months.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for us.
Unfortunately, it's been a trip trying to get this current episode recorded for Lara and I. We've had like 5 or 6 scheduled recording dates, and things have just kind of fallen apart due to like sickness and forgetting schedule times and scheduling conflicts and computer issues
and me and Mom actually cooked one night and totally forgot that I was supposed to do this. So
That's
yay!
Right. Yeah.
So now we're bringing it to you. I gotta get to work in 5 hours. Julia's drunk. It's awesome. We're getting this done. You're not that drunk.
You didn't need to share that. I'm not that drunk.
You're not that drunk.
I was more drunk like an hour ago.
You're more drunk when we first started talking. You're getting progressively sober, so it's all right.
Woot. Sobering up on the podcast.
All right. It's the place to do it.
So, because we haven't done an episode in a while, we thought that we would just kind of like share some Muppety, Fraggly, Tough Pigsy news.
Updates.
Just pretty much like update you guys on what's going on in the Muppet community and just kind of keep it short and simple this time around. Didn't have like a theme for the episode besides newsworthy stuff.
However, we did take what you guys told us into consideration, and for some of those, we are going to we talked about it and considered it. We're going to do those into an actual long podcast like Muppet Classic Theater, which I don't care. I love that thing. Me and my friend Allison watched that when we were first getting into Muppets again. Like, we watched that on repeat. It was like Muppet Christmas Carol, and then she happened to have that one, I think. So we watched that a couple of times, and the little freaking, what you call it? The weasel. The weasel?
The weasel?
And it's either Brian or Bill that performs that, and we were like, oh, I knew it. During Gotta Get That Name, he just flaps. Have you not seen it?
I've seen Muppet Classic Theater. I saw it like a couple years ago, and then I watched it a lot as a kid, but it's just been a while. I only remember a couple of the segments.
Yeah.
So
I quite liked it. It's been a long time since I've watched it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it.
There's this little weasel during Gotta Get That Name from the Rumpelstiltskin episode.
Okay.
Which just, all he does is just like, so he has these little flappy arms, and I can't remember if it's Bill or Brian, but it's one of them. Or maybe it's Steve. I don't remember. Anyway, they flap around, and it's just like his arms just flap back and forth, and it is so funny. It's so funny. I don't know why I'm asking you, because I could just look it up on the wiki, because it's there. Anyway, We're gonna do that. We're gonna do something on Sesame Street, just in general,
Yeah, we got asked about
and
Muppet Classic Theater and
other
Sesame Street.
stuff.
We got asked about Cookie Thief. I know I haven't currently seen Cookie Thief yet. I've kind of been putting it off. Have Laura, have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet either.
So
So we're gonna watch it and then we'll talk about it. We
maybe
should probably watch it first.
maybe we could combine like doing a Sesame Street episode with Cookie Thief
Well, yeah,
episode.
yeah. Good lord, Muppet Classic Theater was in '94.
Yeah, it's old. I watched it all the time when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was great as a kid, and then when I watched it, I don't know, probably like 2 years ago, I was not quite as impressed, but yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. I really like how Gonzo looked for Rumpelstiltskin. I thought
Oh
that was
yeah, he was
creepy.
Rumpelstiltskin. I remember
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. um, the only one that I can really remember from that VHS, because it was a VHS when we owned it.
It's still a VHS. I don't think it's on
I'm
DVD.
sure that it is. It's also on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
which is how I watched it.
Mhm.
I remember that Fozzie was the Emperor for the Emperor's New Clothes.
Mhm.
That's the main one I can remember. And then
Yeah,
all
and
the
Robin was the little kid.
yeah for the what like the
He was the little kid. He was the boy.
for the Shoemaker one where like all the Elvis puppets were like elves.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll definitely have to talk about that in a later episode.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I miss because there's a picture of Robin and Kermit. I miss their interaction.
Just like Robin and
Um,
Kermit interacting in
yeah,
general.
just Robin and Kermit, just
I love
playing
Robin and
father and
Kermit.
son or whatever, which they do a lot in here. So, Bill Prady wrote for Muppet Classic Theater, which leads us into another discussion topic:
Which is
the new show.
the new
Bill
oh the
Prady.
oh the
Bill Prady is in the head of it or what have you,
okay.
and writing for it.
I don't think I
Uh,
actually knew that, or I probably read about it and I just managed to forget about it.
Bill Prady, who the character Chip from the Jim Henson Hour
Hmm.
and Muppets from Space, and some other Muppet things. Anyway, is based on Bill Prady.
Okay.
He's like got the egg head with the little patch of hair on top and the big glasses and the pupils that blink.
Wait, is that the Muppet that like has the friggin' huge eyes that's kind of a little creepy?
Well, yeah, he has like the egg-shaped head.
Yeah. That's it.
The big
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
who
big
I'm
glasses.
thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
didn't realize that's who it was based off of.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate for him. um,
Well, he doesn't entirely look like that.
okay.
Um, he does resemble a bit, but not entirely.
I might need to
Yeah.
face. Okay.
So but you know what? The thing I love best about this new show,
Mhm.
which we know very little about other than, you know, like Topher Grace is in it,
Yeah.
somebody else that I've never heard of,
Yeah.
and then not to, I've heard of Topher Grace. I like Topher Grace, and like him in some Civil War thing. Bill Prady being attached to it, and then my mind went blank. The thing about like, oh, it's gonna be like an Office, Parks and Rec type
Yeah, like mockumentary
mockumentary kind of thing.
behind the scenes.
Um, yeah, and the only other thing that we knew about it was like, oh, ABC's considering doing a Muppet Show. We heard that on April 3rd. I checked the dates. On like April 20th, they were filming pictures on Twitter from the set.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about this whole thing. Is like,
All the
oh
behind the
yeah,
scenes
they're
pictures.
considering doing a thing, and no, they were already doing it.
Yeah.
Good job, news.
I mean, the most I can offer is I have from a certain source behind the scenes that it's apparently a very good pilot and there is a very good chance that it's going to make it onto the TV.
Oh, good.
So, yes, it's looking pretty good. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, especially my own, but it
Yeah,
should be something that is actually going to happen. I'm still, a little hesitant just because, getting hopes up and then having
yeah.
the thing not happen is always the worst. But fingers crossed. Also, like, articles have stated that they're going to be adding some female characters, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, one of them is, they've talked about giving Fozzie a girlfriend, which
Yeah, well, you know what I think they should do is like just bring back some female characters, make
Yeah.
them bigger
I
characters.
don't know why they don't bring back like Annie Sue,
Annie Sue,
bring in
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Yeah, exactly.
I love Yolanda.
I mean, adding in new female characters is a good thing because they have added in a lot of male characters in the past like 10 or
Yeah.
so years. I don't know how I feel about like, putting in like a Fozzie girlfriend is kind of she's kind of there just to be the girlfriend, which is
Yeah.
always kind of an iffy situation.
Bring back Beth. Beth Bear. I mean,
Beth Bear would be
look,
awesome.
she was not technically his girlfriend,
She just wanted to cuddle with
but
him.
yeah, but
Be some hibernating
maybe
partners.
something can happen now. I don't know. Maybe they've been keeping in touch.
Who knows?
Maybe there is such a thing as Muppet canon. See, that's another thing that I'm concerned about. Well, not concerned about, but interested to know about.
Muppet canon.
How this is going to be like, because there is no Muppet canon. I've said it a billion times. There's no such thing as Muppet canon.
It
As a with consistency and except well, there's one thing that is Muppet canon that will always be Muppet canon, or two things really that remain consistent. Kermit and Piggy are in some kind of relationship, and Robin is Kermit's nephew. End of. Like, that's never a question. That's always been the way it is.
I always figured
anything else, it's like up in the air.
I always figured Muppet canon was like them in interviews because that's like kind of their real world selves. And I mean, they don't really give too much information about like the goings on of their life in the interviews, but like, Kermit always alludes to the fact that him and Piggy are on again, off again. Piggy alludes to wanting to get married in interviews. Yeah.
And I always figured that like backstage Muppet Show stuff was kind of like a canon-ish thing.
Yeah, that's I guess
because that was like, I don't know, that just seemed to I need to watch Muppet Show recently.
Yeah, I haven't watched Muppet Show in like about I don't know the last time
in a
I watched
hot minute. But when people start arguing like, oh, but they already got married because they already got married in Muppet Takes Manhattan. They already did this.
It was a movie.
And I'm like, yeah, and the thing is, like, they knew it was a movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I mean, because the Muppets are actors. Because Kermit is a real live frog that happens to talk.
Of course.
That happens to be made of felt. But see, even then, because there's, I saw a GIF post of Kermit saying, oh, I don't know who Jim Henson is, but he has his hand in stuff around here. He's said other things and talked directly about Jim before, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, but the main thing is just repeat to yourself, it's just a show. You should really just relax. So yeah, there's no such thing as Muppet canon. So I'm interested to know like how that's gonna play into all of this.
I think it'll be good. The Mockumentary Style has done really well on TV in the past few years, even longer, like with The Office and Parks and Recreation and Modern Family. So I think that's a good style of TV that'll benefit the Muppets, especially if it's kind of like behind the scenes, what Muppets do when they're off of doing their television shows. I think it could be really funny. And I read some articles stating that it was going to be more adult themed, which is kind of a good thing because that gets back to kind of the Muppet Show days. So good.
And I think by adult they just meant family. But saying adult means that because there's such a harsh divide nowadays between kid stuff and grown-up stuff, and there really is no in between.
Yeah.
And Muppets have always been that in between, which people don't know what to do with now, especially in television. So that's what the more adult thing is. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured when they said that they were kind of like aiming for an adult audience. I mean, they're always Muppets are always going to draw in kids, but at the same time, looking back at the Muppet Show, they did have adult type jokes, but they weren't too like risque or heavy handed. So I think it's going to kind of be like a family show with maybe a couple jokes that go over people's heads, probably with like Pepe.
Yeah.
Knowing Pepe, yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it. I really want it to happen because I mean,
I think we'll be okay.
Since Muppets Most Wanted came out, they haven't really done much. Which I guess Muppets Most Wanted was only like a year ago, so it hasn't been that long. But I always want Muppets to be doing something.
Yeah, and I mean they're doing something. I mean they've been doing
they've been doing little things here and there. They were doing something with Disney Junior, which I haven't fully investigated, but
I've seen a couple, the Muppet Moments.
I don't know if I've actually seen them.
They're here and there. I mean, I've read blogs on, I know, but they're super cute.
Okay, that's
They're
good.
just, they're just like the Muppets with
They're
a
just hanging out with
child
kids, right?
talking about stuff. Yeah, they're basically like, the little Sesame Street segments with, here's a kid and here's a Muppet and they do things.
Just hanging out.
But yeah, it's my favorite one so far is where this little girl basically marries Piggy and Kermit.
Aww.
And it's really cute. You guys should get married. Okay, now you guys kiss. Now you're married.
Aww.
And then Kermit's just like, you're gonna officiate? Okay. No, that's it? Okay. And then, yeah, it's really cute.
That's adorable.
It's super cute. It is really cute. Kids are cute.
Kids are adorable. So that's...
Not in the workplace.
Do you have anything else to say about the Muppet Show? Or...
Not really. We covered it. There's no Muppet Canada.
I mean, we've got some other news items. That was the big major one. What else is going on in Muppet World? Ryan Dozier left the Muppet Mindset.
Yep.
Officially, he's now working for Disney, which is kind of insane, and I'm...
Well, he's officially working for the Muppets.
Yeah, which is part
on top.
It's part of Disney. So. That's why I said.
Well, yeah.
But anyway,
he's working for Disney, more specifically for the Muppets.
I'm insanely jealous.
So I want to get him back on to talk about his exciting new job.
Yeah, maybe like once he's been working there for a bit longer.
Yeah, and any non-disclosure things.
Yeah,
which I'm sure there's not.
He probably couldn't like come on and like say a lot of things that like are coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he left Muppet Mindset. I know it's in the good hands of like Jared, and Kyle Mahoney is running the Tumblr, and I think they've brought in like several people to run it.
It takes like 5 guys to run
one site
to replace Ryan.
Ryan's been running for like what 5-6 years.
He hasn't been doing it alone. He's had other people.
He has, yeah. I've gone on and written I think like 3 articles.
So that's good for him. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's always a really happy feeling when like you find out people from the Muppet community have gone on and done great things. I mean, Peter Lynn started out on the Tough Pigs forums, and now he does Walter.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until
That's really bad that I don't know that, because I've been on there longer than you.
Yeah, it must have been before you were there though. I think Carolyn.
It might have been.
I think Carolyn told me like apparently he was there, and like she like met up with him like early on before he was part of like Sesame and Muppets. So. You know.
Ryan Dillon, same thing.
Oh,
Ryan Dillon. I knew him on Tough Pigs.
Really? Oh, that's so awesome.
He was on Tough Pigs. And yeah, because I remember when he got the internship at Sesame, and he was telling us all about it.
Oh, that's amazing.
I remember he said that Kevin had them all, lip sync their puppets to Candyman, and then Kevin said, "If you don't know this song, get out."
Oh.
So if you don't know what this song is, just go right now. Or something like that.
That's so awesome.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it how
Kevin Clash.
A lot of like the prominent people nowadays in the Muppet community started as giant fans.
Yeah. And Joe, he's another example.
Joe's working in like
he works for Sesame Street.
He's working behind the scenes at Sesame Street, which is amazing. Yeah. And he was in an episode of Sesame. He was in the one
him and his girlfriend Sarah.
Yeah, they were in the Comic-Con episode, and he was also in the like. What was the Cookie Monster parody of Call Me Maybe?
I don't remember.
It was like...
I'm so tired.
Cookie Baby? That's not
I don't know.
That's not at all what it is.
Anyway, that thing.
He was in it.
He wrote the Joe... We're talking about Joe Hennis from Tough Pigs for people that...
yeah, sorry.
I meant to mention that we need to be a little more conscientious
Joe
of
Hennis from Tough
people
Pigs,
don't know
who still is co-running it with Ryan Rowe. He wrote.
Well, I want to talk to him about whatever his job is too. I mean, I know what his job is. But
he wrote
the Birdman parody.
The Birdman parody with Carol Spinney, which is amazing, and that was hilarious.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Muppet people doing cool Muppet things.
I don't know what other Ryan does, so. We'll figure that out sometime. Ryan Rowe. There's too many Ryans.
Running Tough Pigs or co-running
Tough Pigs. I know. Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Speaking of Ryan and Joe, neither Laura and I have listened to it yet, but they were on a podcast recently, being interviewed, and everyone should check that out.
Yeah, so you guys should listen to it, and then we'll listen to it, and then we'll probably talk about it next time. And then you guys will all know what we're talking about because you would have listened to it.
It was Jeff Rubin, jeffrubinshow.com/podcast.
I hope that that's exactly. I hope that the title of it is exactly how you said it.
I really
Like Jeff Rubin colon the Jeff Rubin.
Oh no,
Show.
I have it like http://
I know.
jeffrubinshow.com. I really hope that's correct. I've had it written down for a couple weeks now, so.
Yeah. I would love if that was just the title of the podcast. Is Jeff Rubin colon the Jeff Rubin
I hope
Show.
so. But
That'd
people
be so
should go
funny.
to the Tough Pigs page, and I think, maybe they didn't post about it.
I don't know what.
Just Google Jeff Rubin and then listen to the Joe Hennis and Ryan Rowe episode where they talk about Muppets.
I'll put a link.
Yeah, we'll put a link.
We'll throw up a link, and then I'll remember to listen to it. What else? That got me thinking about something, and then I totally forgot.
For Tough Pigs, we did have. Well, originally we were going to record this. This had just happened. It's been a bit of a while, but we did have April Fool's Day on Tough Pigs where we posted like 21.
Last month.
We posted 21 articles on April 1st of like just us being silly. I wrote like one about like they were all kind of like parodies of like Clickhole and The Onion, where they're just parody articles. Like I wrote one about how hot Robin the Frog has gotten since he grew up.
Oh wow!
And I
grew up.
I photoshopped a picture of Robin's head onto like a shirtless guy, and it's the most disturbing thing I've ever done.
You feel dirty about it just now.
I felt so dirty.
You feel
about
bad.
And I wrote a funny piece about like.
And you should feel bad.
I do feel bad. I wrote like a piece about like how the Sesame Street cast has changed so much, but it was just about like the Muppet characters and how they haven't really changed at all.
Right.
So that happened. It was a lot of fun if people want to check it out. And depending on when this episode goes up, if you guys stay tuned, this upcoming week it's going to be Kermit's 60th birthday. So we've got some stuff planned for Tough Pigs. Yeah.
I keep 9th or the 10th. I don't know. I keep hearing like, well, when should it be? Because it's like the first time that Sam and Friends aired, but was he in that first episode? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, okay. Generally considered 9th or 10th because I've heard both.
Yeah. I just note that this week we're, I don't want to give anything away of what we're posting, but we are like celebrating Kermit's birthday, and the following week we are also going to be celebrating the 25th anniversary of Jim's passing. So stay tuned for what we're going to be posting on Tough Pigs. I know we've written a lot of articles having to do with both topics. I've got a cool thing I'm sharing for Jim's birthday, but I won't spoil it. But I
think I know what it is.
Possibly.
But I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
I'll tell you later afterwards.
Okay. But yeah, check in with toughpigs.com.
Just because I know you.
You probably do.
Yeah. So speaking of Tough Pigs, the website and all, which we usually talk about because we're part of it, our podcast link is actually on the very top of the links, which I hadn't noticed in a while, and I got really excited when I saw it. I don't know why. I was like, was that always up at the top?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's up at the top.
We're at the very top, and
was it always there?
Yeah, I think that it was ever since like our second or third episode. Like Joe got excited and he had. I don't know who did the artwork for Tough Pigs. Is it Smeg or is it?
It's Smeg, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, he posted that I think after our like second or third episode. And then I only just figured out how to, like, that my current computer can edit Tough Pig episodes because I was having a problem with editing stuff in the past.
Tough Pigs episodes?
Tough Pig articles and pages.
There you go.
That's English people.
Right. Right. Subset of Tough Pigs.
I did just update the Tough Pigs page for our podcast with, like, our YouTube, iTunes,
which
and
I updated
episodes.
Because I hadn't done that in a while.
Yeah, so now you can find all of our episodes in those 3 places.
Everything is up to date, except for this, because we haven't put this on the air yet, because we're recording it right now.
Currently.
In real time. I mean, you're listening to us live.
Sure. Yeah, that's 100% happening. Not like pre-recorded at all. Yeah.
Speaking of which, the listening to us live. I don't know why, but like I'm moving around like Steve Martin. Like my shoulders are going. I don't know why, because I don't have the laptop in my lap anymore. It's just me.
Yeah, we're not like
freestyling.
looking at each other via video. We're just listening to
No,
each other.
we
So
don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still moving for some
that's
reason.
good.
God, I need to go to bed. Um,
we'll wrap this
our
up.
giveaway. We're gonna hold that out a little bit longer, just because.
Yeah,
reasons.
we did mention in our last episode, didn't we?
Well, we mentioned it in the last episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold it out. Let's hold it out till we'll do 20 more days, because I said May 5th because that was my dad's birthday, so I could just remember it. And I figured that we would have had the podcast done by then. So let's do Frank's birthday, May 25th, which is also when I created muppetmayhem.tumblr.com. Click like, subscribe. You can't do any of those on Tumblr.
I just started dancing, like, in support of, like, what you just said, but no one can see me, so it's all good.
Nobody can see you, but you know that you're doing it, and it makes you feel good, so keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep dancing. So, yes, people should, try for our giveaway, which is... Laura, remind our viewers what our giveaway is.
You can eligible for a chance to win. The hardcover version of the Dark Crystal novelization, which came out year ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Year ago. Because I started working at Barnes & Noble, and that's where I got it from. That's going to be free. I'm doing international shipping, and later on whenever we do an episode on Labyrinth, we'll do the Labyrinth one. Whenever we do an episode on the Storyteller, we'll give away the Storyteller one. So
excellent.
Yeah, because I just bought those because thinking ahead. So yeah, so we'll do that. So all you have to do is Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube comments.
It's pretty much just
whatever.
Telling us what they really like about Labyrinth, or not Labyrinth, Dark Crystal.
What you like about Dark Crystal?
Wrong movie.
Yeah, which was going to be the question that I asked Chris Hardwick when I went to Atlanta, but I didn't get called on because he did questions, but I didn't get called on. So I went to Atlanta. Before we go into that, was there anything else that we had to touch on?
Not really. Quick note though, today was Free Comic Book Day, and I'm currently holding a comic book that has like 5 pages that has to do with Labyrinth in it. So that's why I just said Labyrinth when I should have said Dark Crystal, because I was looking at these pages.
What has to do with Labyrinth?
It's just like it's the 10-year celebration comic book, and I don't know Labyrinth well enough to like know character names. It's the old guy that has the bird on his head. And it's got like a page of Sir Didymus riding by him on the dog, chasing a Fury's head, and
Ambrosius.
Yeah, and the old guy with the bird on his head is just like talking to himself and the bird. But yeah, I was just looking at that. So hopefully y'all...
I think his name is Wise Man with Bird on Head.
Probably.
Or with bird hat.
So hopefully y'all participated in Free Comic Book Day and saw that and got yourself a copy. If not, that's okay.
Dark Crystal Creation Myths Volume 3 is out or will be out. I don't know. I got Volume 1 or 2 recently. I haven't read it because I'm like that. Mondays, I'm just like trying to, I don't know, I'm like filling time before I talk about Center for Pupptry Arts. Monday is May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day, so participate in your local Star Wars things.
Woot.
I know Barnes & Noble does stuff, so that's what I'm going to be doing, because I get to close.
Nice.
Last year we had the 501st come in, and it was like 5 people, and the girl that was like Luke Skywalker, and she was a royal guard too, she had like a fever, and she was there, and I was like, they were all chilling in the receiving, and they were just like, we're all like hot and sweaty, and just... Yeah, we love doing this for all volunteers, and it's so great. And I'm like, you should just like not be here, but thank you for being here. And I got a selfie with Darth Vader, and it was cool. He tried to get me to go to the dark side. I wasn't having it.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's always fun.
Nice.
What other things happen in May? Jim Henson's anniversary of his death on the 16th. That's Saturday. I'm looking at my calendar. I mean, like Frank Oz's birthday is on Monday 27th, or Monday the 25th. My birthday is on Wednesday the 27th.
Happy early birthday!
So send me presents.
Will do.
I mean, you have to.
I mean, I'm working on it currently, so.
Yeah. I know. I'm still gathering some for you, but I got 2 months for that. So
yeah, you have a lot more time than me, so don't even
got more
worry.
time.
I mean, I'm looking at my stuff of things that happened since we like planned on recording. Like Muppet March Madness happened, but that I think is over at this point, considering it is no longer
It's
March.
May.
Um,
Yes.
Lisa Simon, who directed a lot of Sesame Street since season 1, passed away.
She passed away. Yep.
Steve Whitmire was auctioning off stuff. I don't know if that's still going on, but if it's not,
Nope. It ended on the 24th.
yeah,
But they'll come up with.
they're
I'm
gonna
sure.
have
I'm sure
more.
he's still got storage rooms full of junk.
Every time I'm like, I'm gonna bid this time, and then like by the time I look, I'm like, well, it's now too much, so never mind.
Yeah. I've bid, but
Maybe I'll bid this
now
time
I have a
around.
car payment, so I can't really do that.
Maybe this time I'll bid. We'll see.
Yeah.
The one last thing I have that we can talk a little bit about is possible Fraggle Rock film being written
Oh, yeah.
and star Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I totally forgot about that. Okay, so here's the thing that I wanted to bring up about Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was looking at a picture of Joseph Gordon-Levitt recently, as I want to do, because he is a handsome man.
He's a very handsome man.
He actually looks a lot like he could play young Jerry Parks.
Yeah?
So let that stew in your mind holes.
Mind holes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like him being like a younger version of Doc or something, or like a descendant or nephew or something of Doc would be pretty awesome.
That would be cool, actually. I was like, when I saw that it was like starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I was like, well,
Yeah.
who is he going to play? But yeah, because Jerry Park has passed away at this point. There's got to be a new Doc type character, and that could work if maybe like I don't want to say
or
the
maybe just like
I don't want to say the character of,
yeah,
I don't want to say like the character of Doc is like passed away, but yeah, maybe a reimagining or relatives like come to like watch the place for him.
Yeah.
And Sprockets could still be there, and
or even just Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Doc, and it's like just a different version or something.
I think that could work.
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
if they to do like a reboot, which it wouldn't really be a reboot because like literally that would be the only thing that changes, because a reboot of that type, if they should do something like that, which I don't know if Joseph Gordon-Levitt is, and I don't really know that much about him, and I don't know that much about him Muppet wise.
Yeah.
Like Muppet fan wise. But he's like our age, right? He's a bit older, I think.
I want to say he's about 30. I'm gonna Google this. I'm pretty sure he's 30, but he's definitely older than I am.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's older than you
thanks.
as well. Sorry, I realized I phrased that. But no, I feel like he's in his early 30s. So I feel like
the fact that he's doing so much for it, that actually makes me really happy.
Yeah. For me, if the Fraggle Rock movie actually does happen, all I care about is that the Fraggles are still they're puppets.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to see them become 3D.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is. Why aren't you telling me how old he is? He was born in 1981. So
yeah, he is 34.
Yeah, so he's definitely older than the two of us. Yeah, I mean, if he's just kind of, dedicated to kind of keeping the integrity of the original source material, I would be pretty psyched about that. And I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yep. He's done a lot of really good work in his time in Hollywood, especially in the last like 10 or so years. So
yeah, and also with the fact that he's actually like a big name star, sort of. That adds a little bit more momentum than just saying, oh, we're doing a Fraggle Rock movie.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, that's cute. The fact that he's like with it and, his name's attached to it and he's writing and whatever else he's doing, I think that gives some momentum to it.
I think so. I mean, I'm still kind of like holding my breath for it because we've been hearing about a Fraggle Rock movie for quite some time at this point.
Well, this is what the Jim Henson Company has done for the past 15 years.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, but so that's like what we've come to learn and live with.
Yeah.
So I understand this, careful optimism. because that's what we've like been trained. We've been conditioned into.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So if it happens,
So,
yeah, I'm for it, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all the Muppety news I have. The only thing left that I can think of at the top of my head is that there is a Tough Pigs Vault happening this month, I believe. It's Miss Piggy themed. You all should go to toughpigs.com. They just posted about it earlier this week, and you should look it up. I don't remember where they're currently happening at, but I believe they're happening at all age venues now. Maybe I'm lying about that. That's why you should go look it up, because I might be just a giant liar.
I didn't know that we were having one because somebody asked about it and I hadn't gone back to the forum to find out. So there.
I only knew because they just posted about it this week that yeah, they're doing a Miss Piggy themed episode. Wow, no,
Cool.
Vault event. If you live in the New York area, go check it out. Then you should also go to it, because apparently they're a lot of fun.
So I've heard.
I would like to go to one someday.
Someday, whenever we do that big amazing trip, we'll do that.
Someday.
Oh yeah. So speaking of trips, I took a trip down to Atlanta. And I've been beating my knuckles right now, and I don't know why, but that was a dumb idea. So I went to Atlanta, and me and my friend Allison originally went to go see Chris Hardwick, which was my birthday tickets from my boyfriend, my previous boyfriend. So that was a lot of fun. April Richardson opened for him. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then the next day we went to the Puppetry Museum for Arts, which was also lots of fun. And like tickets to get into that are like $8 for just the museum.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool. I was really happy. My bank account was even happier. So we went in there and they had, it was a fairly small museum. It wasn't, gigantor. But they had really cool stuff. They had Madame.
Nice.
And I've been meaning to look up more YouTube stuff on her, and so that me and Alice could watch it, because the video that they had for her wasn't working, so we couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot what she was like. They had a bunch of different cool stuff. They had a bunch of Bill Braid. I can't remember if I ever say his name correctly, but a very famous puppeteer that was actually Jerry Nelson's mentor, and Jerry Nelson worked with him before hooking up with Jim Henson. So that was really cool to see a couple of his. And they also had, well, I remember. So I'll tell you how, like, they have the room set up, and you walk in, and there's this big thing in the middle, and then there's like stuff around on the outer walls. So I kind of like steered Alice, and I was like, okay, don't look at this thing yet. So we go into this separate room, and then it comes out into where the big thing is. So we went into the separate room, and we looked at all the other neat puppets and everything, and then there's this big giant Skeksis in the middle. I mean, it's encased in glass.
Yeah, of course.
It's encased in glass, but I was like, I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, there's a Skeksis, and I was like, don't look, go this way. So that was fun. And then they had, right next to the Skeksis, they had Link Hogthrob and Dr. Julius Strangefork. And it was really kind of weird looking at them, because they looked like a little bit, like old and fairly dirty. But now that I think about it, I think that's just like shading. Because I'm looking at my Muppet poster and I'm like, yeah, they do kind of look like, I guess up close they would look kind of dirty, but it just looks like shading.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know why, but like the neatest thing is, and you can kind of tell when you look at them, but the costume, right? So the Pigs in Space logo, that's all felt.
Is it really?
It's all felt, and then the pig face on the little piggy is just drawn on with a marker. That's it. And I found that so fascinating.
That's awesome.
But and then they had what was his name? Fishhook or Fisheye, something like that, was the name of the goblin that they had from Labyrinth. And then so those are like, they were all in the same area. And then when you come out of that, there's like, that's like the main area. And it's kind of, it's like sort of guided, so you do walk through and you see it, and you go, it's like, oh, this is the next room to go in down this hallway, blah, blah, blah. But there's like another sort of room kind of off to the side. And then so you go into that one. There's some more little, I think that's more of like the local stuff, I think, because they had like some Peter Pan, there was like fairy tale stuff, and that was really neat. And like with the local Atlanta people that were there. And then you come out of that, and like somehow we totally missed these guys. There's a little, it's, I don't know how big it is. It's not very big, but you can kind of stand like right up next to it. And it's, glass case again. But it was Charlie Muskrat and Harvey Beaver from Emmett Otter. And they are so adorable.
Yeah.
Me and Allison were just losing our mind because they were just so cute, and because like we were that close, I guess, and to see like Charlie's little scarf is crocheted, and like to see like their little tails sticking out of the back of their coats and everything, it was just like we were flipping out, or like I was flipping out. It was awesome. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and I totally, I plugged the website and the podcast. I think I plugged the podcast more than the actual website because I am a derp, and so I was like, I think I might have put for Tough Pigs. But yeah, and I did like our Twitter and everything, and they have a little guest book, so that's what I did. And like on the guest book, it was just like I loved like the little kids was like, it was scary but also fun, and then somebody just put more Muppets, and that was it.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I heard, and they're gonna do reconstruction. They were already doing construction stuff there. That's the construction's gonna happen at the end of May. Actually, they're closing on the 25th. So if you want to go visit, to see what they have now, do it now, and support them. And that's what Steve's charity, his auctions are to help the center and their new exhibits and all that stuff. And yeah. So, and I heard that Steve is going to be donating some of his puppets that he had on his show.
Oh.
That he started, his local show that he had in Atlanta. So
God.
that'll be really cool.
That's awesome.
And I was hoping like to see something of his there already, but there wasn't. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Their gift shop is lacking.
Oh.
I was gonna buy you something.
That's disappointing.
But I couldn't find anything good. Yeah, so hopefully with all this new construction, they'll have a better gift shop. And then there were like all of a sudden, it was so weird because it was just like me and Allison for like almost the whole thing, and then towards the end, all of a sudden like children happened.
Then children happened.
Yeah, and that's
sounds like
actually
a horror
said that.
Story. Okay.
I said that we were in the gift shop, and that gift shop is small. And me and Allison are not small girls.
Yeah.
So we were like in the gift shop and looking around, and then just like children, just all these children. And Allison was like, as soon as like I heard like more than 3 kids, I knew she was already out of the gift shop. But it was funny because they were like, all the little kids were really excited about everything, and that was really cool. But it was like, some of it was scary, and okay, so when you go, like, I have to tell you this though, when you go in the first door that you open, it's like, it's not very big. It's kind of like just a, hallway through. So there's, another door that you open, but it says like the storage room. It's not very big, and there's like literally marionettes and puppets and everything like hanging down.
Yeah.
And just like wall to wall, different puppets and marionettes and stuff. And for being like the first room, that is pretty freaky because it's kind of like, it's a fairly small space in that first room that you go in, and just everything hanging down and stuff like that. And then I think there was like a big bat puppet right over the door that you come into. So I didn't even notice it until I turned around.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And they had really cool stuff. And like super old puppets and stuff like that.
Good.
Yeah. So that was fun. I was trying to think of like any other famous puppets that they had, but it's like other than like Bill Braid and, I hope I'm saying that right. And the Muppets, I don't,
Yeah.
And Madam. Yeah, but that was a lot of fun. So whenever we do that, East Coast tour that we're talking about.
Oh, I want to. That'll be so much fun.
That can be a stop on the way.
Someday.
So yeah, when we have money, I have a car now, so we can totes do my car because it totally worked.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. My car's name is Elwood. But you knew that, I told you.
Yeah, we had this conversation
talked
about how
that.
you named your car Elwood, and I was like, what a coincidence. When I was 15, I wanted to name my car the Bluesmobile, but
Yeah.
currently my car is named Bilbo after Bilbo Baggins.
And then I said, that's so weird because the first car that I was looking at the lot was a little red Versa, and I was totally going to name it Bilbo because it was totally red, like the color of his jacket. And
Aww.
it was a little sporty. It was a little hatchback, so I was like, "Oh, that looks so cool." But I got another Versa that was blue, and on the inside, it looks way better than it sounds. It's like black wood grain
Mm-hmm.
accents, like a metallic and black, metallic silver and black wood grain.
I can dig it.
Allison says it just makes it look dusty, but I was like, yeah, well, it looks really cool, and also gives me another excuse to name him Elwood.
There you go.
Wood grain, get it?
I get it.
Well, that and the fact that I can, refer to my car, when I refer to it in my head, I can just go, Elwood! Like Jake does. I don't know why, that's why he says it. Elwood! He yells it.
I feel ya.
I like it. Listening to a lot of Blues Brothers in my car right now.
Good. It sounds like you're living out my high school years. Cause that's literally all I did in high school was listen to the Blues Brothers and watch that movie on repeat.
Yeah, that's when I got into Blues Brothers too. Blues Brothers and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's when I got into both of them massively.
Mm-hmm.
And I still enjoy both of them a lot, especially Ghostbusters. Blues Brothers was my favorite film for like several years. Currently, it's probably Jurassic Park, though. It bumped it.
Aww. Yeah. Speaking of Blues Brothers, so I told you I made my then boyfriend, watch Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And he could understand why I liked it. He supported that I liked it, everything. It's 2.5 hours long, though. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so we had since broken up. It's been about a month, it's been about a month. And so he actually visits me at work yesterday, and he's like, can I tell you something, though? Now that we're not together, I kind of have to get this off my chest. I was like, okay, go ahead. And he says, I don't like the Muppets. And he looked like he was so guilty over it. And I think he's like 26. You're 26, right? How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Okay, so anyway, he's 26. So I can understand where he's coming from with this, because I was always raised on kind of slightly older stuff anyway, because my brother's 4 years older than me. But we already always kind of did that. So he was like, I watched the Muppet Babies as a kid, and I never had any interest in the Muppets, and because we watched the Muppet Show together, or the Muppet Movie together for the first time.
Yeah.
And he was just so analytical about everything. He's like, yeah, but why is he? And I was like, the frog and the bear are talking. Just don't think about it too hard. The whole thing with Gonzo flying, he was like, why is that? That's not physically possible.
That's one of the best moments of the movie.
I know. I was like, just shut up and appreciate it. Yeah. The weird thing is dating the chicken as well. He can understand this doesn't make sense.
He finds the chicken sexy.
These are puppets in a human world, and everything is.
It's a movie about a frog going to Hollywood to make people happy.
I know.
From the get-go.
I was like, okay, Dom DeLuise just rode up to him in a rowboat and handed him a standard Rich and Famous contract.
And is now being chased by alligators.
Exactly, not like that. He's like, is that a real alligator? No, it's not a real alligator. It's a soundstage in a studio. Dom DeLuise is not going to get in the tank with a freaking real alligator. So, yeah. So we're not together anymore.
That makes sense. I can...
It wasn't just that. I'm like, don't, It's like, oh, he didn't like this movie that I liked. He doesn't like Muppets. Done. It was other stuff, too.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm sure this is, something we could probably, cover, later in another episode. But, talking about real-world dating stuff, currently I'm, me and my boyfriend of 7 months. He is not super enthusiastic like as I am about Muppets, but he loves them and
But he doesn't
Muppet,
roll his eyes when
yeah.
you
He
walk in the next day wearing a different Muppet shirt than the one you wore the previous day.
He's told me that he loves it when I go on Muppet rants, which recently
Oh, that's nice.
I went on a feminist Muppet rant, and also whenever like the commercial for the Frozen Live comes up on Hulu, I go on a rant about how it's taken away Muppet 3D vision, and he's just like,
Only in California.
yeah, I know, but California's the one that's closest to me. But he's
I
always
know.
like, "Oh, you're so passionate. I love it." And I'm like, "Thanks. I'm angry, but I appreciate that you."
Oh, speaking of which, when we were in Atlanta, uh the ex, I don't know if I've said his name, but I won't for personal reasons. He sent me a text. It was like literally we were like literally getting ready to we were on the road or something. And he sent me a text, and he sent me just pictures, and it was like, you could be here right now, and it was him at the Muppet Vision stuff. And I'm like, and knowing that he didn't like the Muppets like at all now, except that he did like the Muppet Vision thing, and Bean Bunny is his favorite Muppet. But Bean Bunny was on Muppet Babies a handful of times, so that's probably why too.
Yeah.
But anyway, he sent me two different pictures of like him at the gift shop and then him in front of the fountain, and just wearing like and we broke up mutually, so this is why it's so funny to me. But him wearing just like the most dour expression. And he was like, "You could have been here right now, but you broke up with me." And I said, "Yes, I know. I've been there several times. I'm about to see Chris Hardwick. Thank you for the tickets." Because he gave me the tickets and let me keep them. So, yeah, I thought that was so funny. But yeah, so he's a stand-up, so that he didn't mean that like for real.
Yeah,
He
that's what
wasn't
I
pissed
figured.
off. He was being funny. So yeah, I mean, we're still friends, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about killing time. We're pretty good.
Yeah, I think that we're pretty much good at this point. We talked about everything that I had written down. We did a bunch of
We did
news
personal
updates
stuff,
and ranted and did
which
some
I like.
tangents.
And to those who don't like it, then screw
We
you, because it's
did.
our podcast. We'll talk about it if we want. That was kind of harsh. Maybe shouldn't have said that.
I mean, that's kind of always been our podcast, except when we
Yeah.
like bring people on, we're pretty good about like keeping on topic.
Yeah.
We always kind of like just steamroll
Yeah.
and tangent,
And hopefully we'll
just
have
go
some
with the flow.
more interviews lined up soon.
I think so.
Hopefully Dave Holteen soon, because we promised him firsties
we promised him
a
first
year
we
ago.
haven't brought him on yet. So maybe he'll be the next person we have on. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps everything up.
Yeah, I want to keep talking, but I need to go to bed. So.
Yeah, you need to go to bed to work, and then
And it's already been an hour and change.
and I need to, I don't know, finish being sobered up.
Take a cold shower, drink a glass of water, and.
Well, and then I need to go get my boyfriend in a half an hour. That's why I need to sober up.
Yeah. Maybe I'll cut that part out.
Yeah, that'd be
Drink
fine.
some coffee. Drink some coffee.
Anyway, wrapping this up. Thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate you guys keeping up with us, despite the fact that we have been kind of absent a little bit. And stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have a new episode for you guys sometime soon.
Yay!
Yay!
Like, click, subscribe. Oh man, I messed it up. I was gonna say
like, click, subscribe.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, click, subscribe.
I was gonna say it like really fast.
I can't do it fast. Like, click, subscribe.
See, like, I don't even know. That's not even like a thing. Like, click, like, subscribe. Click.
Subscribe, fools.
Click, like. I don't know. Like and subscribe.
All right. Bye, guys.
Whatever you can do that on things.
Bye.
I'm not done plugging.
Are you not done plugging?
No, yeah, I'm done. Fine. Okay.
And that's the secret of frog kissing. And you can do it too if you just listen. Just slow down, turn around, bend down and kiss you a frog.